Hi guys. So, third take better be the right take. So, reflecting back on my last video, I don't think you guys listened to it very well because a lot of the same errors occur in this game as it happened in the last game. We still have problems with zoning. We still have problems because we don't have a strategy shot caller. Um, And yeah, it's kind of frustrating. But anyways, here's just another example of those same mistakes we're making, just in a different environment where it's frozen guard instead of stone keep. So starting on, first I'm going to talk about how you guys should play the game, and then I'm going to go through the game and show you guys how you played it and why it was not very effective. I made some notes here. This is kind of what the strategy shot caller has to do in the beginning of every single game, especially in tournaments. So first you analyze the team compositions, you see the good and the bad. So here the bad is the Buck is most of their kill potential. Grok's gonna do a lot of damage. Ruckus is gonna do a lot of damage, but eventually it'll either be overload with damage or Buck will jump in and kill somebody. So we have got the perfect answer to that. We've got the Genos. Genos is gonna counter the Buck easy. That's the first thing. Second thing, Grok is very good with bounces, so don't stack against the Grok, pretty simple. Next thing, the ultimate analyzation. So if we look at their ultimates, Maldamba is very good if they stack, Ruckus is very good if you guys stack, Grok is very good if you guys stack. So 3 ultimates, really good if you stack. Next one, this one combos beautifully with either one of those ultimates, so really they have 4 ultimates that are very good if you guys stack. The next thing is you've only got one good ultimate if you do stack. Also, the Fernando shield, the Fernando ulti is going to keep everybody alive, but only for that duration. And then you guys are running with Luminary Genos and not Celestial Touch, so not everybody is going to get healed up after that Fernando ulti, especially with all the bounces and caught 3 going on with Grok. It's just like maybe it'll counter the Dumbbot ulti and the Ruckus like a lot of damage, but in the end you'll still have very shitty positions. I don't know why I was. Don't ask. You're still gonna have very shitty positions afterwards if you do stack. So, and then again, all these other ultimates, nobody has to stack for you guys to use them effectively. Even Shaolin, like I'd rather have a Shaolin use an ulti in a 2v2 or a 3v3 than a 5v5. It's just more impactful. So yeah, what you guys do have very good, and I think this draft is fucking beautiful. It's great for Frozen Guard, much better than their draft. So you've got the Torvald Genos, and then plus either damage dealer. Taos is a bit more offensive, and Shaolin is a bit defensive. So Torvald would shield against the Buck if he jumps on Shaolin, and if Taos gets a great position, aggressive position, he would shield that as well. Reflecting on the last video on Stone Keep, King made a lot of mistakes because he didn't understand how to play an aggressive tank. I think Mojito has the same problem here. I think he has the exact same problem where he's kind of just stuck in the middle somewhere, and he's not playing like that aggressive tank. He's getting in people's faces, but not in the right positions. And especially just a don't stack thing. He's stacking and making all those bounces go crazy. So yeah, once you analyze the good and the bad, you kind of think about the map as well. So this is still for your strategy shot caller at the beginning of every tournament game. You look at the map as well, and you formulate a conclusion on how do you want to play this. So what I would say is, if you guys don't want to stack, you typically make teams of like 2 or 3 people. I would say Sleepy and Frog will always stack because the Buck, if he looks at this team comp, he wants to kill Shaolin. That's his highest value. So Genos and Shaolin stack. And then what I would say is Taos will get a lot of value. If everybody is fighting here, Taos is going to get a shitload of value on this side of the map. So he's going to place his teleporters here, there, he's got so many places for placing his teleport here, and in this place he's got maybe 1, 2, but that's not a very good one. Like, depends where the enemies are as well, but here there's not so many, and here there's a shitload. So Talus wants to get in this position and kind of come fight in the open. Right here, where Shaolin, his ideal positioning will be in the bush. So what I would say is send Fernando and Talus through here. They eventually fight in the open here. Also, the path to getting to that Talus into the ideal position involves Fernando fighting in a closed space where people are going to stack for his fireball. So it's very valuable to have Fernando here. His shield is also very effective in any of these places. So yeah, Fernando definitely on the left side, and also like Fernando on the right side. His shield's not going to have so much value because who's he going to go shield? Maybe a Talus that's stacking right behind him, but the Shaolin's going to be all the way back there. Also, what long range is he going to stop from them? Maybe a Ruckus, maybe some of the Grok bounces, but other than that, he's not shielding so much damage. So yeah, definitely put him on the left side. If you've got Talus and Fernando on this side, and Shaolin and Genos here, then you kind of just put Torvald, say, Torvald's playing point tank, and he wants to get his ulties in this position or in this position, so play Torvald a bit around here. Also, if you play him here, he can choose to shield the Shaolin if the buck jumps him, and he can go a bit aggressive and shield the Talus. If the Talus, even if he's playing here, Talus peeks his head and goes aggressive through any of these two arches, then he's completely fine with a shield as well. So, and then on top of it, standing here, Torvald wouldn't make any of the bounces happen between him and Shaolin and Genos, or the Talus and the Fernando. So that way you're effectively not stacking while still finding a lot of value and playing to all your best positions, which is Shaolin, Bush, Talus up there. So yeah, I guess talked about this. Talus and Torvald try to find angles on engagement. That's pretty obvious. So yeah, Fernando, the last thing I want to talk about is something new that I want you to think about. I want you to, as a tank, I gotta figure out which games you play. Like, for example, in League of Legends, the jungler will do this a lot. He'll bait teams into fighting into positions where your team is good at, and where the enemy team is bad at, and you're good at. So that's your role as a tank. So, say, what I would do is look at the enemy team composition and say which ones can't get away from me very easily. So that's definitely like tanks, but you don't really want to go hit tanks. Support perfect, Grok perfect as well. The buck's just gonna jump away. So say you get in this position, you've got Talus helping you from here, and you've got Shaolin helping you from the bush, and you're hitting a Maldamba, and the team can't leave you on the Maldamba, so they're hitting you as well. So not only are you soaking damage, but you're putting the rest of the team that's going to come fight you in this area into bad positions for your damage dealers to do damage. So try to think about team compositions and how you can force it so your damage dealers find a lot of value. I don't think you do that at all in this game, and it's kind of a problem. But yeah, we'll jump into the game now and kind of see how the stacking really fucked you up. Did you guys just see the bounce? It just hit Fernando, then the K Coners, then the King, then the Sweepy, then Frog Wonder, and then it goes all the way back. So that's 10 bounces times 150. That's a fuckload of damage. Check it out. That's like one right click is like 70% of his damage. And you guys are falling into that. Also, do you see how K Coners isn't finding any valuable targets? He can't, from this position, remember way before I made an analogy of fisting. So basically what you guys are doing right now is you're taking one fist and holding it up to their fist, and you're just punching each other in the face. And whoever is weaker will eventually fall down. There's no skill involved. You know, you don't want to just line up and hit them, especially when they're stronger when you guys stack. So what I would like to see is if K-Coners came through here, you would have seen all of them there, then came here with his teleport, and then started fighting people here. Or maybe even better, right up here and start hitting the Maldumba or the Grok. And then that would make 3 people turn around. He would bait them back a bit, and then this stack of 4 people could really focus down whoever's not distracted. You know, if say 4 of people turn around, you guys hit the Inara, you get much better positions, the Shaolin gets over here, the Torvald gets a bit closer to point, where he'll be able to shield the Talus a bit more. So here you're not giving your team any options to play. Mojito's still soaking up bounces like... But yeah, you get a nice, you get a nice kill, but it's still not a winning strategy to do it like this. Everybody's pretty low, and I feel like you guys just kind of outplayed them a little bit. Fernando got the buck low, and then Talus cleaned it up. But the buck was in the middle of everybody. You guys were kind of slippery, but it's not worth it. Okay, so now I have to talk about the zoning for the 3rd time, and I might shoot myself. So I'm gonna go over it very quickly. I think the tanks are doing the perfect thing. Sleepy, you're also perfect on point. Woohoo! The 2 damage dealers are fucking it up. So something Mojito said as soon as he joined the game when we were playing Fragile, he was like, guys, it's long range in the middle, 1 tank on the left, 1 tank on the right, and that's it. You know, and I can't believe like we've been playing with Mojito so long and we still make that mistake. Another thing, Frog, your goal in this team composition is to stack with Sleepy because the major danger here is Buck. So say people come here, you get kind of zoned out, you're going to reversal and you're going to be max in this circle. It'll be okay if you go to stage because then Sleepy will kind of be able to help you out. But I think what you eventually do, I don't know which round it is, but you eventually come here and then you die over here. So it's not a very good position. Also, what kind of pisses me off is that you guys have been talking about zoning for the past 2 weeks and how your goal is not to kill people, but to delay them to get towards point. So 2 people are still in base, you've got 50%. Say when they're here, you're going to have 60%, maybe 70%. Then for the last 40 or 30%, say you just like poke them down a little bit. They still have to close so much distance. They don't have any tanks that can really rush this distance, and you can just hit them from far a bit, and they're gonna have to push this line back slowly. So why am I saying this? So I'm saying what your goal is here. 1, you're not even dismounting them from the proper angle. So dismounting them further away is better. And the other thing is, from this, you're trying to go for a cheeky play where a DPS runs here, and they're going to get stunned. 1, you're going to do it on the only target you'll actually be able to kill is maybe Maldumba and maybe Buck. But Grok is just going to Ghost Walk and going to be completely fine. So yeah, you're going for a cheeky play. Also, enemies that come through here, they know that when they're playing against the Shaolin, they don't want to come through here because they know they're going to get stunned. So they're going to let a tank go first. You're going to hit the tank a few times, and then the tank's going to be on top of you, and then be in the open, in a very shitty situation to fight whoever comes. While instead, if you were... So yeah, the point is you're going for a cheeky play, which probably won't find value, and for the cheeky play, you offer up... You give too many good things away. So what are those good things? If you stand here, you can, or even like kind of here, you can easy withdraw and get back to Sleepy, and that's what your whole goal is in this team composition, to fight with Buck. And then And then also you dismount them a bit further and easier than through this hallway. The next thing is Torvald can spam this hallway completely fine. You don't have to be here to do that. So you're taking away his position. You're stacking with him against the Grok. So you're doing... There's just too many negatives here. If you were here, it'd be much better. Same thing with kick owners. Exactly the same reasoning. Kind of frustrating as well. Here, the only play you can do is you're gonna hope somebody gets low here. You're gonna poke them out. Then you're gonna go here, use your teleport, and then chase them deep for a kill. Number 1, you have no idea what's happening on the other side of this wall, so a Maldamba stun or a Nara cripple is completely gonna fuck you over as soon as you peek the corner. And then number 2 is how are you gonna disengage? Like, if that fight goes bad and you get very low, you have to go back to your teleport, and then you're stuck here and you can't do shit because you have to close all this distance to get back into your ideal situation, which is actually over here. And there's no way to close that distance. So you've got no plan for the future, and all you're going for is the off chance that somebody's stupid, they get poked down, and you can go deep for a kill. So it's not a winning strategy. You're going for the kill potential in a cheeky play, which might work and be satisfying, but in the end it's definitely not worth it. So what I want you to do instead is maybe play on the left flank, put your teleporter here, go very deep, and dismount them. As soon as you get anywhere dangerous, you teleport back, and then you can just go back and stand with Mojito for a bit, wait for your teleporter to come back up, and do the same thing. You can do the same thing on the right side with the Torvald. You put your teleporter behind here, you go deep, and you dismount them over here. But yeah, now you're going for kills, while we've been talking for 2 weeks about zoning, how you don't want to die, and this puts you into a position that you are gonna die. And if you do not understand, I do not know how to say it. So yeah, in the end, you do get the cheeky play, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like your skill is a fucking curse, man, because this play makes you think that your positioning is acceptable, but really it's not acceptable because this isn't going to happen most of the times, and it's not a solution for always. Against better players, they're going to fuck you up. And also, Shaolin gets kind of a lucky shot on him, you know? You weren't able to finish him, and now you guys are nowhere near Genos to CC the buck. Your Shaolin can't abuse any range here, and Talas is in the open where he won't get a lot of value from his teleports. So, given you did get the kill, you are fighting a 4v5, and you'll be able to fix those problems. So it's okay, but what could have happened is the Grok positioned a bit better, so the Shaolin didn't get the last shot on him, and then he would have healed up, and then you guys would have had to close distance while a buck rapes you. But because you got the kill, it's okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna speed up a bit faster. Okay. Yeah.
Capture point spawns in 15 seconds.
So same thing, everybody stacks, and this time they have the Dumba ulti to fuck you guys up. We'll see how it goes. So Dumba ulti, 3 people, 1 person gets nuked, and the other person runs into it by accident. That just only happened because you guys eventually, 1 Dumba ulti positioned right here got 4 people, and that's just, then they wipe you, and that's that. So I'll skip to the next one.
Capture point spawns in 15 seconds.
Okay. So here, Tawa says, fuck fuck this place. We're gonna get fucked. And I'm gonna go over here. So I really like this. I want to look at the mojito here. The Magodo in his natural habitats. So he uses his dash, and what his plan is they've got a bunch of dangerous shit. So I'm gonna ulti for my whole team, and I'm gonna save them. I think it's the wrong reasoning, and we'll see now why. So one, I think this is something that we see for too long now. If your plan is to come back to your team and ulti, they're all going into a place where they're going to get walled off from Minara. They're all not finding very good angles to that. Like, if they get somebody low, Source is just going to hide behind the building and you're not going to be able to kill him. So you're not getting any kill potential while you waste a really big ulti. Like, that was your whole plan. I mean, that's you chose to do this play instead of going around and wrapping around with Talus, or being deep and helping Talus right here, you know? So you better get value out of it, and you better tell your team, when I'm doing this, you gotta stack. I don't know if it's like, I've been complaining about not calling out ultimates for like 2 or 3 months now, and here it's obvious that the information isn't getting carried over, because otherwise maybe Torvald would have been here, Shaolin would have definitely been over here. Better withdraws. Genos stack with the frog, and you would have been completely okay. But yeah, now you get walled off. And Talus did a really good job here in the back. He distracted 2 people, so that's why you guys didn't get punished hella hard, but still. That's the kind of stuff I want to see Talus do. Shaolin, I have no idea why you're over here. Your whole plan is to play on this angle. You don't want to go fight close range where Buck or Ruckus. Say Ruckus is going to come around here and then going to be right on top of you. Or that's an option that you're giving him. Well, if you're playing over here, you can see everybody that comes towards you, and you still do just the same amount of damage on point as you do there. I would argue even more because you've got a better angle here than you do here. Here your angle's not so great, and as soon as somebody goes around the corner, you're not going to get so much value. While here they can still go around the corner, but at least they're not capturing points then. So this is the thing I love. Coners, you said you had problems getting your ultimates off. Use it with aggression from other players. So never do it. Never go for a kill solo with Talus. I think it's possible, but if you have trouble with the ultimate, there's no need to do that. If Fernando's deep on 2 people, you can easily see it because you see Fernando, like you just turn right, you see him fighting right there, using his fireball and shit, and then you just ulti. You're definitely going to nuke somebody if Fernando is right on top of them, so it's very good. You do the same thing with like a Ruckus on Fragaio. This happens often in pro play. Ruckus jumps high, he jumps in, ultis, and then you ult him at the same time to make sure he stands still, and then he gets nuked, and then you've got all of a sudden 2 people in their backline, and it's very good. So ulti with aggression from other players. So here you guys are going to go clean up the Buck kill, which is very good, but Frog fucks up zoning again. So he's going to go to this position. People are doing this, you have to expect them to do this. They're going to wait for in a safe place, but also if you fuck up, they're going to punish you for that. So you're going to go close, and you're not only is it, like this time it's worse than the other times, because you have no idea what's behind. And the second thing is, before at least you had a Torvald to help you get back to your position. Now you have nobody. So it's going to be even harder, like the things that negatively impact this zoning space is worse than before. So yeah, you make it to the bush, but I think you're still gonna die. Yep. I'm playing it a bit faster because it's the 3rd time I'm playing it. But this is just like when the fight gets a little bit more messy, people rush into the point, it's fine. When it's like a 3v3, positions matter less. In a 5v5, positions matter a lot.
Capture point spawns in 15 seconds.
Okay. So this time we'll see how much you guys stack again. Also, without a strategy shot caller, like, you realize now a couple of times in a row, this plan is not working. So you gotta go for something else. Maybe a better answer is for all 5 of you to go over here. But I can't comment on that because you guys aren't even doing the initial steps of trying something. You're not even making a plan. And the plans that are made, like by Mojito, the ulti here, to counter everything, aren't properly communicated, so nobody is sticking to one plan. Everybody is doing their own thing, so I dislike this. Also, this is, yeah, another dumb ulti where you get 4-man ulted. No. I think you can't break their defense. Yep. Okay. So conclusion, create a plan. Yeah, create a plan.